Now this video is my 5 top tips that I need you to start utilizing on your lower body days. These are my 5 personal tips that have completely changed my lower body day. So if you find this video helpful, I need you to hit that thumbs up button and also subscribe to this channel so I can make fitness simple for you, because it really is simple. You don't need to overcomplicate it. And if you found it helpful, let me know in the comments below. I really, really appreciate your love and support, always and forever. So without further ado, it's tip number 1, baby. The first thing I need you to do is get in the correct stance and positioning. So having your feet completely parallel, forward, and your knees forward, completely fine. Keep doing that. But something that's really helped me, and a little tweak that's gone a long way, externally rotating your feet slightly outwards, pushing your knees outwards, rolling the weight down. That's one tip when it comes to RDLs. Another tip that a dear friend of mine gave me is to imagine someone is pulling you at the heel. So if you're imagining someone's yanking you at the heel, it's gonna help you contract your hamstrings much, much more. And it also helps stabilize your movement, so you're not coming up on your tippy toes. So what do I mean by that? Okay, so I've got my weights here. If I'm just coming forward, I can easily bring my heels up because the weight is pushing me up. Now, if I'm bending my knees slightly and dragging my heels back as if someone's pulling me, I'm gonna naturally want to hinge further back, feel it on my hamstrings more, my tippy toes might come up, which is completely fine. Bring the weight back up. So, 2, imagine someone is pulling you at the heel. Let me make it simple for you. Number 1, slight external rotation, knees popped out just slightly. Number 2, imagine someone is dragging you by the heel, which is gonna help you contract your hamstring more. And number 3, a slight bend to the knees will help you hinge backwards, contract your glutes and your hamstrings more, control the weight before bringing it back up. So let's put all of that to the test. The next tip has to be, it's adding a little medicine ball on your back when you're doing leg extensions. Now the reason being, if you're sitting completely back when you do leg extensions, that's fine. Remember, there's nothing wrong with how you're doing it. I'm just here to make it that little bit harder, that little bit better. If you're sitting forward, you're gonna contract your quads much more. I'm gonna add a ball, but the way you add the ball is really important. You're gonna add the ball right here. Not high, not low, right here. And you're gonna squish back into it. I'm completely upright, and it allows me to lean a little bit forward to help me contract my quads much, much more. So watch this. Boom. Perfect. Bring it back down, controlling the weight. You're going to be holding onto the grips, so you ensure that you're sat flat onto the bench as well, so you're not coming upwards. You're secured in, locked into your seat, holding on, squishing back. Boom. Oh my gosh. Now, ever since I've been doing that, I don't know why I didn't do it sooner. The contraction I feel in my quad is insane. And I think it's because of that upright position and leaning slightly forward that you're completely locked in and your quads are forced to just contract on a different level. Okay, the next tip is got to do with the leg press. Now, there's variations of ways you can do the leg press. Double leg, high, medium, low, single leg, same, high, medium, low, whatever. But this tip applies to any type of stance that you do. Now, your knees tend to just be parallel in front of you. What that can cause is your knees to cave in and also a little bit of discomfort. So what I need you to start doing is, number 1, externally rotate your feet outwards. Doesn't matter what you do. Doesn't matter if you're doing a sumo stance, wide stance, high stance, low stance. I don't want them to be completely parallel and straight. I need just a slight rotation. Number 2, where your knee travels is vital. So I don't want your knees to just travel in front of you. I need you to push your knees out and they need to travel towards your shoulder. So not parallel towards your pec and your chest, but this time towards your shoulder. Let me show you what I mean. So we're not just going to have a neutral stance like this. Instead, you're gonna externally rotate your feet a little bit outwards. You're gonna externally rotate your feet slightly outwards, just a little bit, not too much. And you're going to envision your knee is traveling towards your shoulders to ensure you don't cave in, to ensure there's a deeper drive and there's more depth and tension. Let's go. next tip is squats. Squats is probably my favorite compound move, absolutely ever. So, tip for squatting. Here's what I need you to do. You're gonna lock yourself in. You're gonna bring the barbell out. This is the best tip that I've ever incorporated when it comes to squats. I'm gonna step slightly back so you can see me. When you are coming down and sitting onto your squat, when you are coming up, I need you to push out again. Did you see that? Let's do that together. When you're coming down on your squat, I need you to push out again with your knees. One more time. Coming down, I need you to push out again. The reason being is because that double push is going to ensure you don't cave your knees in. So when you're coming up, what you want to avoid is this. Do you see that natural circle? Like that little kind of semicircle that I'm doing with my knees? You want to avoid doing that. So by coming down, pushing out, it's going to completely change your squat game. The final tip, and that is to have a proper dynamic warm-up routine. So let me give you an example. A static move is one where you are holding a movement for a longer period of time, just like a quad stretch like this. But a dynamic movement would be something like a lateral side to side squat. It would also be, let's say, a hip rotation to work that ball and socket hinge right here. Just like so. To make it even more dynamic, you can come up, stretch up, rotate, stretch up, rotate, stretch up. Remember, a static stretch is you holding a position for a long period of time and stretching a muscle out. I need you to be doing those movements at the end of your workout. But a dynamic stretch is one that ensures you to move in a range of positions to dynamically warm up your joints, your hip flexors, your entire body. So, leg swings is perfect, so you hold on to something, swinging your leg, just like so. Squat and reach is a great one as well. You're squatting and reaching up, ensuring that you're getting your whole body warmed up. But another thing that is so important is warming up your core. Your core is the foundation of every move that you do. So something like a dead bug is absolutely incredible for warming up that core, firing up that core and getting it engaged for all those heavy lifts that you're going to do. Another one is a cat and a cow. So cat and cow, you're going to be working that spine. So you come up, breathe out, I wish I knew the importance of stretching at the end with static stretching and warming up with dynamic movements and mobility right at the beginning. Please don't skip